Hi everyone, my name is Juliana Pavasic, and this screencast is on my research paper. And I decided to do cyberbullying. Um, just a little background on why I chose cyberbullying. In high school, there was this one situation where this girl was just getting torn apart on social media and things like that. And my high school is definitely not the only high school that had to deal with this, or even in younger grades. I can't really imagine, how it is now in the younger grades. So I thought this was a very important thing that goes along with technology and also things that we need to talk about more in schools. So that's why I decided to do my research paper on this topic. So my first sentence I thought was just, something that really just put everything in perspective and wrapped everything in. It says recent studies have shown that cyberbullying cases have quadrupled over the past 5 years due to due largely in part to the increasing advancements of technology resources. So that's just saying, right off the bat, with the increase of technology and technology in school as a whole, that the cyberbullying is going up. Um, this expansion of technology and communication has led to the enhancement of different ways that bullies can target their victims, as it offers a more convenient venue of attack. So, more traditional bullying would actually happen, inside the school doors and things along that nature. And now that cyberbullying is coming into play, kids don't need to be at school. It could be at any time in the day. And where traditional bullying was a little bit, I don't want to per se say better than cyberbullying because it is definitely not. But the kids can go home for the weekend or they go home for school, and at least, they have that little break where they don't have to deal with a bully or things being said to them. So that was just kind of my intro and, saying what was just basically what I summed up. And then towards the end of the paragraph, I went into how um, with further education in schools, you know, children can turn to help if, they could trust someone or they're talking about it. And that would be a great way for teachers say, if you are getting cyberbullied and, it's not stopping or you don't know what to do, you can come talk to us. Um, and that's what they say here. It's a lot of students don't tell teachers or the school because they don't think that anything will be done. Um, so I also just say, this paper is aiming to inform students, parents, and teachers who cyberbullies target, what a cyberbully is, how we could stop them, um, how they work in order to enable schools to better protect their student populations from cyberbullying. And then in the first little body paragraph area, I just, have the definition of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is empowered by technology, and because of this, it is getting harder and harder to proceed and prevent the bullying from happening. So obviously, when someone posts something online, a lot of it ends up being an anonymous source. So it's very hard to also tell who is the source of the bullying also unless clearly stated. And just goes in the depth more how the internet has changed the world of bullying. Everything's really hard to remove in cyberspace. You can't remove it once it's posted. And then, it's becoming a huge topic. And, you say technology in schools, and, if you think negative effects of technology in schools or technology with younger students or kids, Um, what comes to my mind often, right off the bat, with negative things is cyberbullying, and it has become a worldwide issue. Um, just more going into it. So now getting more into the specifics of cyberbullying. Um, a lot of messages can be sent through emails, texts, blogs, the internet sites, chat rooms, or really any other form of technological communication that you could think of. Um, So then I start going into some cases where cyberbullying happened, and just this goes to show how, cyberbullying doesn't even really reside in younger students as much. A lot of adults are actually have been considered cyberbullies also. So this is one case that um, occurred at the University of Michigan, and the Michigan's Assistant Attorney General, he actually, he was a cyberbully to this student. His name was Andrew. And no, I'm sorry. Okay, so Andrew was actually the Assistant Attorney General at the University of Michigan, who was harassing a student, the student body president, Chris Armstrong, who identified himself as being gay. And this Assistant Attorney General, with the use of a blog, posted many rude, degrading comments towards the student, and also included many pictures of him. And actually, if you go look this up on Google, there is a big article about it, and actually one of the pictures are shown on there. So it's just now it's more of, the family agreed to, put it on there so just like people in the world can see what can happen to students like this or people. Um, it's he posted many things that he was engaging in sexual acts with another male of the school, and obviously this is a huge, huge example of cyberbullying, and it also goes to show that students are also not the only ones cyberbullying. Um, and also that I go into some facts about 20% of victims tell their parents when they're being bullied. So that is 80% of students or, victims in general just not telling their parents about anything. And then in many cases, cyberbullies tend to target friends and classmates as these are people that are most familiar with. So basically, studies have also shown that, the more you know a person, the more that they will get cyberbullied by their friends who are per se friends. Um, there have been many, many, many cases of cyberbullying in the United States, and Tyler Clementi was one of them. And he was a freshman at Rutgers University and committed suicide because his roommate set up a webcam in their room to send images of this student engaging in sexual activity with another male. And they were posted through the student's Facebook page, Twitter, and links were posted on blogs. And when he became aware of these things, they it drove him to the end. And it's sad. It's sad how many kids and, even adults will resort to suicide because of these terrible, terrible things that are being posted online. I also go into, some studies that have been conducted, more so surveys. So, psychologists at the University of London asked 400 students between the ages of 11 and 16 in two different geographic locations whether they noticed bullying or cyberbullying more within their schools. And both of these studies actually found cyberbullying less frequent than the traditional bullying. And a lot of this bullying, though, the traditional bullying was more outside of school than inside of school. And that just goes to show that, the cyberbullying world really has brought the bullying out of classrooms and the hallways, that it has brought it out to, like if you just see people around town or if you go to a party, things like that. And then I go into, the laws that we have here in the state of Ohio about cyberbullying. Um, there's not really been much legislation about it, but usually they claim cyberbullying to be under school policies and, criminal laws. They just go to that to see how severe it is, and it actually is a very controversial issue. Um, so that's just about that. And here's another case study just about students being made fun of and how they were cyberbullied. And then I want to talk about this study I did here with the Survey Monkey with you guys. And then I also asked my stepsister and my brother, a few of them who are younger students in high school and still in middle school. So there was just two of them, and the rest were just you guys. And out of 27 current education students enrolled here at the University of Mount Union that took this, 96% of the students thought that cyberbullying was a major issue in today's world. And furthermore, 76% of the participants in my study said that the school systems do not do enough to educate their students on the effects cyberbullying can have. Um, Also, what I thought was very, very interesting was one of you, or I'm not really sure who said it, but one person responded with like how to educate your students on this in the classroom. One person said students need as much reinforcement as possible. When they can make cross-cultural or cross-curricular connections, it'll have more of an impact. So that's just saying that educators can with the more the connections they make and the more reinforcements they make, the more it will make sense to students and um, the more that they can realize these things and make it personal to them to see how this would affect them personally and hopefully create an understanding in them of how much this can affect people. And that's just a little bit more. And then, how to set rules in your classroom about cyberbullying, I have on here. Um, what teachers should be looking for, what they should be aware of to maybe see if anything is going on in the student's life, to maybe eventually, gain their trust and talk to them and see if it is a cyberbullying case. Um, just making the connection with the students, what to do, what not, what you can and can't do. And then also a little paragraph about parents, just to inform the parents, if you're seeing any things like this going on, it might be good to talk to your children. So this is just my conclusion, just a little summary of what I talked about in the paper. And, there was a lot of things, like I thought I knew a lot about cyberbullying, but looking at a lot of these case studies and just really in awe about what you guys all said on my Survey Monkey. The extended responses were great, and thank you so much for taking my quiz or my survey. So now I'm going to go to my infographic. So I just had obviously, the some of the social media websites, just bully using a typewriter, how things happen on the computer. And then I just put some facts. 68% of teens agree that cyberbullying is a serious problem. About 58% of kids admit someone has said mean or hurtful things to them online, and more than 4 out of 10 said it has happened more than once. Bullying victims are 2 to 9 times more likely to consider committing suicide. And then just a little, citation where I got the quotes from. Just more facts about it. I'm running out of time here on my recording, so I'm just trying to, hurry it up. But if any of you have questions on this, please just ask me. I went into a lot of detail and a lot of research for this. So here are some just bar graphs, where it tends to happen, um, the bullying, who has never been cyberbullied, who has. Um, it happens to girls 75% of the time and boys more than 20, like just 25. 160,000 children stay home every day due to fear of being bullied or cyberbullied. And 1 out of 4 every our kids are bullied every month in the United States. So that just goes to show that this is not a small issue. This has become a big problem in our world. And then just a little thing over here, how to stop cyberbullying. Okay, so I have 30 seconds left. I'm sorry that I had to rush through my infographic, but if anyone, like I said, has any more questions, please feel free to just bonfire or text me or anything. Um, I thought this was a great project and I really enjoyed learning more about this, and now I can help prevent this problem one day when I'm a teacher. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed my paper, and good luck with the rest of the class and have a great summer.